Hello again and welcome to my channel and to the Ultimate Racing League. And we welcome you back to our new Sunday Championship here for the first round at the Redbull Ring in Spielberg, Austria. 2.6 mile clockwise circuit. We're about 124 miles from the capital, Vienna, in this lovely setting in the woodland and in the forests of Spielberg. So this time around, though, I've got the privilege of covering our AM Split 1 category, which are the GR4 Sciroccos, as you can see on screen now. So it's going to be a bit of a new one, this one. I don't think I've covered many GR3 races or championships in the past, certainly not on my channel. Maybe a couple, but mainly it's the GR3. So this one's going to be a kind of a different experience for all of us, really. But it's going to be a cracking race, nevertheless, and a cracking championship as well. I've got a feeling these cars, you can really throw them around. So, yeah, there's going to be no holds bars, especially here, round one as well. Everyone's going to be up for it. Probably a few nerves as well, just coming into play too. And, well, this effectively used to be what was our League 5. But, of course, it's down as categories now. So, Pro-Am, just the AM Split 1, not the Pro, but just the AM Split 1. League, this one. So, well, there's going to be a few new faces in this group as well, in this league. A few I will recognise, but a few that I probably won't as well. So, again, it's going to be good for everybody here. We're going to see some newcomers that we haven't seen before on track. And, well, we never know what's going to come and what's going to happen. So, all to play for here. So, just a quick reminder then, let's just go through a few things. So there are a few differences, one of which is our sponsor has changed from Eldridge Air Conditioning. They've now departed on good ways, on good terms, but we thank them for their support over the last few seasons here at the Ultimate Racing League. But in place of them, we've now got a new sponsor, Prop Up & Co. Yeah, we'll obviously welcome them as well. I'm sure they'll be with us for the foreseeable future. Right, so I think that's about it. Oh, the other change that we have got from previous championships, I mean, the in terms of tyres, that's all the same, but we have actually gone back to grid starts. Now, it used to be, or it had been, the rolling starts for the last couple of seasons. So going back to a grid start is going to be different as well, because this is all about reaction times from the drivers. Rolling starts, obviously, you're already moving, so yeah, it's just flat to the floor as soon as the lights go out. Here, the lights are obviously going to go out, but the guys are going to have to be good with their reactions and try and get the best start they can from their competitors. So we've got two sprint races, a 17 lapper, I think, sorry, a 14 lapper for race one, and then we'll have a second race as well after this. Now, at the moment, it's kind of cloudy, looking a little bit misty, like there's some rain on the way. We have got rain forecast as far as I know. We're hoping it's going to push through and not actually hit the circuit, but we think we probably will get something by the time race 2 comes around, and we're not sure if it's going to be there for the duration or just for part of the race. So on to this race 1, though, we think as well this is going to be straight through on the soft tyres for everybody. I don't think there's going to be a pit stop required, but again, we'll have to play that one as we go. It depends on how they do in terms of fuel. I think the tyres will be okay. I think it might be the fuel. So we'll see anyway. These are slightly less powerful cars, of course, than the GR3s. So let's go on with this grid then. I'll take you through all the liveries as the race goes on. So I'm not going to go through them now on the grid walk. But here are the drivers then. So in pole position, we've got Fazzy, a new one for me, but they're in the yellow Scirocco in pole position. Then we've got Bandit, our American friend. I've not come across him either, in second place. Then we've got AD in third. We've got Robert Racing in fourth. Carlsberg in fifth, that we know. TD Milk in sixth. Love Rocket Rods, we welcome back. One of the old school drivers, that one. He's come back and he's joining us again. So really good to see him back as well, in seventh. Pablo in eighth. We know Pablo too. Swifty in ninth. Now, is that the Swifty that I covered before? It might well be, not sure. He's in ninth. We've got DB in 10th. Ginger, one of our other old school drivers, in 11th. We've got Smith in 12th. The Saint in 13th. Firepower, one of our senior friends as well, and drivers, and one of our co-commentators too. So he's got his channel as well that you can catch his racing on, or his coverage on. And then we've got Seamus in 15th. place. So 15 cars, a great turnout for the first race, as you'd expect. So let's get this underway then. 14 laps ahead of us around this clockwise circuit. Here we go. Watch those lights. Who's going to... Oh, it's been a false start there. I'm not sure. It was a couple of false starts, actually. Bandit was one of them, and that's allowed Fazzy and AD to get through, and Robert Racing had a terrific start. Bandit just getting a little bit wrong now on the line. There was another car there, that green and black Scirocco in the background, that also had a bit of a mistake at the start, but as they come round turn 1 up towards turn 2, there is a turn 2 here, just a small kink before they hit the tightest corner on the circuit, turn 3, the hairpin. But already we've got AD attacking Fazzy on the outside. With AD go round the outside, he does on the brakes. Good move from him. Third for Robert Racing, Colesberg and Love Rocket Rods. Fourth and fifth place, Love Rocket there. Already getting straight into things here in the Scirocco, up to fourth place. But is there going to be an attack down here from Fazzy? No, there isn't. So AD is leading them off as they come round through turn 5 towards turn 6 now. AD in that, self-advertising car there. Even got his personalised vehicle. And we've got Fazzy, who's really attacking him through turns 7 and 8, right up behind AD now. Going to have a look through turn 8 here, turn 9 here. Backs off a little bit in that amber leaf, black and yellow machine. So AD is across the line to start lap 2, ahead of Fazzy in second. Then Robert Racing has just started to go with them, leaving Love Rocket Rods behind a little bit in fourth place. He's been battling with Colesberg, of course. So them two have slowed each other down. So we've got Robert Racing now in another personalised car for him in third place. Oh, Fazzy's picked up half a second. That's for cutting track limits there at turn 1. Then we've got Love Rocket Rods in fourth, as I say. Then Colesberg fifth. Swifty in sixth behind them. I think it is the same Swifty, you know. Car colour scheme looks fairly familiar to one I covered last time around, actually, but wasn't in this category. It wasn't even in this league, but unless it is a different Swifty, I think it's probably the same one. But anyway, he's in sixth place, trying to attack Colesberg now down here at turn 4. Doesn't get it done, but Colesberg holding off Swifty. Then we've got Pablo in it in 7th. What's he driving? That's a really bright orange and black car. Oh, Swifty has a look at Colesberg. Just go back to them as they come through that right left sequence and up towards turn 9 now. Has he got it? I think he might. No, he's on the outside, so Colesberg's going to have that inside line. You don't want to be running too wide over the curb in there. You'll pick up a penalty. It's not too bad in these cars, though, to be fair. Just he's going to throw him about a little bit. Swifty gets that move on. Colesberg up towards the line. It's going to take 6th place off him. Is he going to get 5th? Sorry, off him towards turn 1. He's on the inside, but this is a tough corner to start duking it out through there. Yeah, and they get back into line. Good through there. There's Pablo again on the OnlyFans car. Not going to say any more about that. Tiddy there in 8th. Another new driver for me in that black and green. And that was him who was the other one who had that slight mistake at the start. The lights went out. Just went to try and jump the gun a little bit too eager. Same as Bandit. And they both consequently lost a bit of ground off the line and lost a few spots, but there is Bandit in that all black car. Oh, and Pablo having to go at Swifty, and this is what it's going to be like all the way through here. I think this is going to be really close racing between the Sciroccos. These drivers, remember, these are all up for it. It's the first time out for some of them with the Ultimate Racing League, so they're all really keen to do well, which can lead to mistakes. Just got to calm down, let it come to you. Seamus has had a good start. He's in 10th. He's got half a second, but he was at the back of the pack at the start, wasn't he, in 15th, and he's already up to 10th, so made up 5 places already. Just takes off that penalty. He's in that white and black Red Bull car. Then we've got Ginger in that yellow BTCC Jason Plato car. It's all going on up there at the turn 1 ahead, as you can see. I think they just about got through single file. Then we've got Smith in 12th, new driver. DB in 13th. Saint there in 14th. And at the back is Firepower, so not had the best start as Firepower. Maybe just got beat up a little bit there, and is at the back there, but a long way to go. Only 4 laps out of 14 completed. Well, actually, only 3 completed. This is lap 4, so very early doors in this race, as AD still leading it now, and is getting a bit of a gap between himself and Robert Racing, who's now up to 2nd. He's got him ahead of Fazzy, so Robert Racing is making a bit of a move here. He's got the indicator going. I think that might have just be probably just pushed the button by mistake. Don't think there's an issue, otherwise he would be going as quick as that. But Robert Racing, number 2, trying to chase down AD, trying to not allow AD to go too far ahead of him. Fazzy just staying behind Robert Racing as well. They're in 3rd place. And then we've got that gap back to Carlsberg, and Rocket Rods has fell all the way back to 6th, and this is what happens when the battling comes into play. So Carlsberg up to 4th, Swifty 5th. There's Rocket Rods in between Swifty and Tiddy Milk. There's Tiddy Milk, but there's Love Rocket Rods and his that famous 69 car. It's all systems go here. Looks like a battle developing between 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th place at the moment, and Pablo in 8th isn't that far behind either, so this could become a five car battle, as Carlsberg now, the leader of this next group, picks up half a second for that track limits at turn 1 up towards this slowest corner on the circuit now at turn 3 at Remus. They really put a bit of power there as Tiddy makes that move, I think, on Love Rocket Rods. Let's have a quick look. He did actually have a hairpin there. He's in 7th, got himself lined up onto the brakes up the inside of Love Rocket Rods, and not much he could do about that. A little bit of a touch, but nothing expect there on that corner. And up to 6th place goes Tiddy. Now can Love Rocket Rods get the pass done straight away? He had a look when he slides it round at turn 4, but still remains in 7th place. And Pablo in 8th, closely followed by Seamus, who's up to 9th now. Seamus really, remember, he was at the back of this grid, wasn't he? He looks like he's already attacking for 8th. He has, and up the inside goes Seamus on Pablo, so another good move from Seamus. Pablo's not letting him have it though. Good drive out there from Pablo up the inside, got a lot of drive on the curbs, so it's neck and neck through. Set the last corner, turn 9, but Seamus back to 9th. It is good battling between these two, good clean racing from everybody so far, so what we like to see. But look at that battle ahead of him, and then just behind Seamus is Bandit. Can't quite get himself on there at the moment after that start he had. And what's happening here? We've got Tiddy attacking Carlsberg up to 5th place, or is it Carlsberg attacking Tiddy? I think it's Tiddy attacking Carlsberg. Up to 5th he goes. So after start from Tiddy, he's up to 5th now, looking for Swifty as his next victim, but Rocket Rod's also attacking him on the outside up here at the hairpin. Can't go around the outside there, but straight on the power, flat to the floor on exit. That's how much power these Sciroccos have got. This is going to be one hell of a championship. I can feel it. We're only 5.5 laps into this first race, and Love Rocket Rods still having a look at Tiddy. Didn't quite get it done. Had thought about sticking his nose up there, but wasn't quite far enough. Colesberg now down to 7th. So this is what's going to be like. I think this group is going to be swapping and changing all the way round. As Seamus there as well in 8th, looking to gain a little bit. Bandit's not far off too, so they're all now starting to get used to the car, used to the circuit. Pablo dropping back, so that's another penalty. So actually Pablo probably the loser out of all this lot at the moment. He was up there, wasn't he? And he was gaining places, but now dropping down to 10th. Ginger also in 11th place. Really getting any further, is he? And then we've got the next group of DB in his own there in 12th. Smith in 13th. Then we've got the Saint in 14th. Firepower in 15th. So there's your runners at the back, but that's a close little battle themselves. 80 now under attack from Robert Racing, who's also putting that fastest lap of 1:37.9. So clearly Robert Racing really has been piling on the pressure as 80 now gets a penalty as well. And I think he picked up actually a final corner, turn 10, which is an easy place. It's one of the most notorious places for picking up penalties. So easy to run it wide in any car there. Half a second for his troubles as Robert Racing tries to have a little switchback, but just has to lift. Kind of went into the back of 80 there, no damage done, but yeah, just had to lift off a little bit there. Couldn't get through. 80 kind of shut the door, but it's been 80 really from the get-go here out in front. Still leading it, but he has got a half a second penalty to take off now, which will and should allow Robert Racing and Fazzy to either pass him or get close. As Robert Racing has a go now, I'm not sure Fazzy's going to make it through, but certainly Robert has, and he has. So Robert Racing now is our leader. So through he goes now. 80's got to try it, do everything he can to get that back. But these three are really pulling away, and they're leaving the rest behind at the moment. With Colesberg leading that next group. He's back up to 4th place again, is Colesberg. But look at Fazzy all over the back of AD there, but you can see just how difficult it is through turn 1. They bounce around the cars up over the top of that side curve, and Love Rocket Rods has picked up half a second along with Tiddy. So in actual fact, second for Love Rocket. I think he picked up half a second in the final corner, then picked up another one. And they've all got penalties, so they've all picked up penalties either through the last corner and the first corner, or just the first corner. So penalties galore here for this lot. All 4 of them, look, have all got penalties. This is what happens around Red Bull. It's just one of those tracks, so easy to get penalties. So we've got Bandit and Colesberg attacking now. Colesberg, who's looks like he's really wants some of it. Let's go ball with Colesberg. Actually, we're going to be right behind Bandit at this point. He's almost pushing him along here to the braking zone here at turn 6. And just shoot down towards turn 7 and through the kink, or through the S's of turn 8. So through 7, through 8, up towards 9. Oh, there's a few taking penalties back there. Look at the gap they've created. They must, yeah, of course, that was all that lot behind them. That whole gaggle, wasn't it, with about 4 cars that had penalties. So that's now just let Bandit and Colesberg off the hook a little bit. They're kind of on their own. They've got a little battle of their own forming here. There's the 3 in front of them. Up through turn 1, no change there, but Colesberg looking like he got a little bit of pace, although Bandit really has picked up his speed as well. Let's go on board with Bandit now. No one ahead of him, of course, but there's the 3 leaders going up to the hairpin at turn 3. It's in 5th gear at this point. Does he drop it down to 2nd, or does he go to 1st? No, 2nd are doing these GR4 cars. Rev it right out in a quick gear change to 3rd, up to 4th, up to 5th. Down to turn 4, again hard on the brakes, almost a hairpin, then it widens out a little bit, and you've got all that curbing on the outside there on the left that you can play with, use. So Bandit now up to 4th, so he's looking like he's That's not the quickest way round there as he drifts it round through turn 6. He's picking up the fastest lap, or fastest sector. Fastest lap still being held by Robert Racing, 1:37.9, our leader. So let's just stay with Bandit a minute and see if he does beat that fastest lap, because he is picking up purple sectors at this moment in time. Does he lose the time at the end here? He's close anyway. His last lap, lap 8, was only 0.05 of a second slower than Robert Racing. No, he did lose it, but it's only 0.03 of a second slower that time. So still Robert Racing with the fastest lap. Bandit's not going to be worried about that. His main aim now and his main objective is to try and catch these guys ahead, and he's not that far actually from them, but he's still got that pressure from Carlsberg behind. Tiddy Milk then in 6th, Love Rocket in 7th. All these boys have now cleared their penalties, except for Seamus, who's just got another one. There in 8th place, Pablo 9th, Swifty 10th, and now this little group has formed, and Ginger off the back of them in 11th. So you look one way, there's a gaggle of cars, a group of cars having a battle, then all of a sudden that will split, and then you'll look somewhere else and there's another group that's formed, and this is that group of 4 cars here that are now starting to press on. Swifty in 10th place, Ginger in 11th, and then we've got DB, who's kind of on his own a bit there in 12th place. Then we've got Smith in 13th. These are new drivers to me, but doing well. Firepower in 14th. Didn't get off to the best start. I don't think Firepower, and hasn't really managed to get any further at the moment. Maybe still getting used to the car. A lot of these guys, obviously, it's his first time out in these cars. Obviously, they've been practicing ahead of the season, but it's not quite the same as race day, is it? When you're there and you've got loads of cars around you battling and fighting, then you really know what it's all about in your car. But look at this battle, talking of which. Just losing touch is Fazzy now in 3rd place, so it's now between Robert Racing and AD for the lead of this race. We're on lap 11 of 14, so only 4 laps to go. It's going to be one of these two, I think, that's going to win this race. It's Fazzy in 3rd, so just starting to lose a little bit of ground on the guys ahead of him. And we've got Bandit, and he was pushing, and he has been pushing, and that's proof of it, 1.5 second penalty. So it looks like it's probably a combination of about 3 penalties added, 3 half a second penalties added together there to get 1.5, because I'm not sure where you can get 1.5 without going miles off track somewhere. So he's going to be losing 5th spot to Carlsberg, there's no doubt about that. It's going to be close, but Carlsberg's coming up with some pace in 5th place, and he just goes past him now, and there he is in the 4th. Now goes Carlsberg, and he holds that fastest lap now, 1:37.8. So not a lot between the last fastest lap and Carlsberg's fastest lap, but he's got it. A 1:37.8 is how it is at the moment as they start lap 12. So Bandit in 5th place, then going to try and do it all again. Of course, now it's a little bit tougher with only 3 laps remaining. The more you push, more likely you are to get penalties, as we've just seen. But he's our leaders, and now our leader Robert Racing's got half a second, and that's going to be the light to AD. He can obviously see that. We'll go on board with AD, shall we? Now if I was him, he's got a gap behind him. If I was him now, I'd just sit behind Robert Racing, knowing that he's got half a second. Just stay with him, don't let him get too far, but if you can just stay with him, then you know you've got an easy position made into the lead of this race. When he takes that half a second off, there's no point in battling and trying to fight your way through, forcing errors You might, ooh, there was a little error there from Robert Racing, just nearly lost the back end, but he's going to lose the lead because Ady's going to just fly by now. There you go, and into the lead he goes. And, quick little flash of the lights from Robert Racing, not sure why that was, but anyway, up to the lead goes Ady, and this might have well worked out perfectly for him as he's about to start the penultimate lap, 13 here at the Red Bull Ring. Robert Racing's not going to give up though. There's Fazzy in third. I think he's got that secured as well. That's your top three. Looks like it's going to be these boys, but what order is the winner going to be? Remember, you've still got 2 laps including this one, so it's not over yet. Still got well over 5 miles to run to the end of this race. But Ady is in a good position to get the victory. It was handed with or by it from Robert Racing with a half a second penalty, but in fairness, these guys really drove well. Ady obviously spent a lot of time at the front early in this race. Then Robert Racing piled on the pressure, got the fastest lap at one point, didn't he? Got himself to the lead. Then he had to take that penalties off, so then he's back to second now, and that's where we are. He's going to be trying everything he can to try and get ahead of Ady to win this race, but Ady looks strong up there in position 1. Fazzy also, he's starting to slide it. That's one thing, that's for sure. Might need a smoke after this from his sponsors. Not sure he's got quite enough. I'm going to say that hesitantly because I just know what happens sometimes in these races. He's there in third. Doesn't look like he's going to improve, but you just never know what happens with these two ahead of him. If something between them goes on or they got penalties, you just never know. But he's going to get at least a podium place here at Fazzy, which is a good start. Then we've got Bandit, who has made himself up to 4th place, but he's got half a second again, but it's not going to trouble. It's not going to put any pressure on him. He's got that gap between himself and Carlsberg in 4th place. He must have had a penalty, shouldn't he? Wouldn't he? I would have thought if he's back there in 5th now. So I don't think he's going to get any better than 5th now. He's Carlsberg, and he's lost that fastest lap as well. Fazzy in 3rd place at 1:37.7. I told you he looked like he was pushing. So what has Fazzy got? As they're on the final lap now, has he got enough to get victory off of these two? I don't think he has. Look at the gap Ady's made now. He's really pulled the pin here on the final lap. Looks like, takes a lot of that inside curve, but nicely through there. Robert Racing still in 2nd. Fazzy in 3rd still. Don't think he's got quite enough. So they come down towards turn 6. So only a few corners left. It's the end of this race, and I just don't think he's got enough to be able to do anything with these guys in ahead of him, and no, it looks like that's going to be that for them. So we're going to go with Ady now to the end as he comes up towards the second to last corner, turn 9 here at the Red Bull Ring. He should take victory here on this first race as he comes through this final corner. Well done to Ady. Great race there with Robert Racing and Fazzy early doors, but he gets the victory. Well done to him. Robert Racing with a good 2nd place. Fazzy with the 3rd there. Well done to them 3. Then we've got Bandit with the half a second's not going to make any difference. Comes in 4th. Well done from him, considering the start he had. And then Carlsberg and Love Rocket Rods. That was close. Carlsberg just got it ahead of Love Rocket Rods in 6th. Tiddy in 7th. Seamus gets 8th in the end. Swifty 9th. Pablo in 10th. And why can't I see the cars? The camera's gone all funny. DB in 12th. We don't want to see the pit lane. There we are. Smith in 13th. Firepower will come in 14th place. So there's your race 1 here at the Red Bull Ring. Fazzy with that fastest lap of 1:37.7. Great race that was. Really looking forward to race 2 that you're going to be catching here on this channel. But well done to everybody there. Good first race of the championship. I've got a feeling this one's going to be really something special with the remaining weeks that we've got ahead. So really good racing by everybody there. Really enjoyed that. Hope you did too. I will catch you soon for race 2, and thanks for watching. Bye for now.